those kids out of here." He glared at the man standing with 2 young sons who were crying as they stared at Santa on the ground. What kind of parent would let their kids stand there and see something like this? He would have gotten the kids out of there as soon as possible. "Franks?" "No sign of a shooter. Witnesses are saying shots came from the hotel. I've sent officers over there to lock the place down. As soon as others arrive, we'll get witness statements. They're closing off the street from both ends." Angus was grateful his partner was on top of everything. It wasn't often they were first on the scene of a shooting. They usually weren't called in until after all this had happened. This took him back to his years in uniform when he'd arrived to chaos in the streets and had to get control of things before detectives arrived. "Have them check all the stores in the area for cameras. I know the traffic light at the end of the block has one, but not sure about others." He eyed the area. Santa had been crossing the street via the crosswalk directly in the center of the block. He didn't see any cameras, but that didn't mean they weren't there. "He'd just left my bookstore. He was there for our annual Christmas party." An older man stood off to the side. He stared down at Santa, frowning at the body on the ground. "He was handing out candy canes 10 minutes ago." Franks turned to the man. "Do you have his name and information?" The older man nodded. "Gene Franklin. He's worked with us for years doing this event. I have his number and other info back at the store." "It would be great if you could get us what you have." Franks glanced up as an ambulance pulled up and a paramedic and EMT jumped out. Angus stood, moving out of the way. He glanced at Franks and shook his head. "Doesn't look good." Franks frowned. "Who the hell kills Santa? Let alone in an area filled with children." Angus noticed some parents still standing around with their children. Officers were pushing them back, running crime scene tape around the area to help with crowd control. Still, Angus was furious at the parents who would stand there and let their kids watch this, especially the younger ones who were visibly upset about Santa being shot. Angus noticed the paramedic shake his head and stand, glancing around as if looking for someone. "You need someone?" Angus asked. "I'm Detective Young." The paramedic nodded solemnly. "He's gone. We can't do anything for him. He was probably gone the moment that bullet tore through his neck. You're going to need the medical examiner. We had dispatch call them." "Thanks." Angus sighed as he exchanged a glance with Franks. Their afternoon just got a lot busier. He looked around, glad to see officers had secured the area. He was always amazed at how fast the officers got control of a situation. "Witnesses?" "Yeah, a few. Getting statements now. Most are saying they just heard the shot come from the direction of the hotel and then saw Santa fall. Many are saying 2 shots, but I swear I heard 3. Frank shrugged. "I heard 3. Sounded like a high-power rifle." Angus glanced up at the hotel. It was one of the older hotels in the area. A simple 5-story building with a history dating back to the early 1900s. He'd only been in the place a few times through the years, usually for lunch or dinner in their restaurant. He'd never been up to the rooms. Would have been an easy shot from one of those windows. He tried to see if any were open, or if he could see any with the screen cut or torn out, but he was too far away. "I need to call and cancel my date tonight." Franks sighed. "You have a date?" Angus was shocked. "With who?" "Don't act so shocked. I do go out from time to time. It's just Gloria from dispatch. We get together every few weeks for dinner. It's nothing serious, just friends hanging out. We like to try new restaurants in the area when they open. We were going to hit that new Korean place on Main tonight, but it'll have to wait. We'll be done here by then." "Will we?" Franks raised a brow. Okay, so they wouldn't be done with things completely, but they weren't expected to work through the night. Santa was dead. Once they got the scene investigated and cleaned up, the rest could wait until morning. "Go have a night off before we get caught up in all this. The media is going to be all over Santa Claus getting shot down. Take tonight to breathe a bit before we're up to our necks in this case tomorrow." Franks sighed. "You got plans?" "Nope. I'll drop by Lance's if I have time, but we don't have plans. If anything comes up, I'm available. And Phil will be around."